Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif will embark on a 2-day visit to the United Arab Emirates on Monday at the invitation of UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. During his visit, he will participate in the World Government Summit in Dubai, where he is scheduled to deliver a keynote address outlining Pakistan's vision for economic growth, digital transformation, and governance reforms. This marks his second visit to the UAE since taking office in March 2024. Accompanied by a high-level delegation, including Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar, the Prime Minister will also hold bilateral meetings with UAE leadership and engage with global policymakers and business leaders. His visit follows a recent meeting with President Al Nahyan in Rahim Yar Khan, during which the UAE expressed interest in investing in Pakistan's minerals and agriculture sectors. The visit also comes shortly after the UAE rolled over a $2 billion debt, providing financial relief to Pakistan. Meanwhile, Pakistan is looking to enhance its trade and economic relations with the United Kingdom. Finance Minister Mohammed Aurangzeb met with British Parliamentary Under-Secretary of State for the Middle East, Pakistan, and Afghanistan, Hamish Falconer, in Portugal. The two officials discussed investment opportunities in Pakistan's energy, minerals, and infrastructure sectors. The UK remains a key economic partner for Pakistan. According to the State Bank of Pakistan, the UK was the top export destination for Pakistani products in the first 5 months of the current fiscal year, with exports exceeding $935 million. The UK also ranked as Pakistan's third largest trade partner in 2024, after China and the United States. Additionally, remittances from the UK grew by 10.7% last fiscal year, reaching $4.5 billion, making it the second largest source of remittances for Pakistan after Saudi Arabia. As Pakistan engages with international partners, both the UAE visit and discussions with the UK underscore the government's focus on economic cooperation and foreign investment. The Israeli military has intensified its operations in the occupied West Bank, killing an 8-month pregnant Palestinian woman during a raid on the Nur Shams refugee camp in Tulkarem. The Palestinian Ministry of Health identified her as 23-year-old Sundos Jamal Mohammed Shalabi, who was fatally shot by Israeli troops. Her husband was critically injured, and medical teams were unable to save her unborn child after Israeli forces reportedly blocked their transport to a hospital. The Palestine Red Crescent Society confirmed that its teams were prevented from entering the camp despite reports of multiple casualties. Witnesses described the raid as intense, with heavy gunfire, explosions, and low-flying reconnaissance planes. Israeli forces claimed the operation was aimed at suppressing what they described as disruptive activities. A curfew has been imposed in the area, and the raid is part of a broader Israeli military campaign across the West Bank, including in Jenin and other refugee camps. In recent weeks, more than 26,000 Palestinians have been displaced due to these operations, with reports of mass arrests, infrastructure destruction, and home raids. Observers suggest these actions mirror Israel's ongoing assault on Gaza. Meanwhile, Israeli officials have long signaled intentions to annex the occupied West Bank, raising concerns over the future of the region. In Gaza, Israeli forces have completed their withdrawal from the Netzarim corridor, fulfilling a key condition of the ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas. A Hamas official confirmed on Sunday that Israeli tanks and military posts had been removed, allowing free movement along Salah al-Din Street for the first time since the corridor's establishment at the start of the war. The withdrawal follows a fifth round of captive prisoner exchanges, in which Hamas released 3 Israeli captives in exchange for 183 Palestinian prisoners held in Israeli jails. Hamas has framed the withdrawal as evidence of Israel's failure to achieve its military objectives, while Israeli media report that some soldiers view it as a setback. The corridor, which ran from Israel's boundary to the Mediterranean Sea, was seen by Palestinians as a tool of siege and occupation, while Israel described it as a security measure. With Israeli forces now gone, Palestinians hope for improved mobility and humanitarian access. However, analysts warn that displaced residents may struggle to return to their homes, and questions remain about Israel's long-term plans in Gaza. Inflation in China rose in January, driven by increased spending during the Lunar New Year holiday, according to official data released on Sunday. The Consumer Price Index climbed 0.5%, its highest level since August, surpassing analysts' expectations. The National Bureau of Statistics attributed the rise to higher prices for holiday-related goods and services, with fresh vegetable prices increasing by 2.4% and pork prices soaring nearly 14% year-on-year. Despite this temporary boost, analysts warn that inflation may weaken again in February as seasonal demand fades. China continues to face sluggish consumer spending, a deepening property crisis, and mounting local government debt, all of which have kept inflation low for months. To counter these challenges, Beijing has introduced several economic stimulus measures, including interest rate cuts and expanded subsidies for consumer goods. However, the government remains under pressure to sustain economic momentum as deflationary risks continue to loom. Meanwhile, China's top economic planner has announced a reduction in renewable energy subsidies as part of a push to open the booming sector to market competition. The National Development and Reform Commission, or NDRC, stated that new clean energy projects completed after June 1st must sell electricity at market-determined rates instead of the preferential prices that had previously supported the sector. China has already exceeded its 2030 goal of installing 1,200 gigawatts of wind and solar capacity, building nearly twice as much renewable energy infrastructure as the rest of the world combined. However, rapid expansion has strained the country's power grid, resulting in energy curtailment. Despite phasing out financial support for renewables since 2021, China remains the global leader in clean energy investment. Turning to the tech world, Elon Musk, the world's richest person and owner of social media platform X, has clarified that he has no interest in acquiring TikTok's operations in the United States. Speaking at a German forum in January, Musk confirmed that he had not bid for TikTok and has no plans to get involved with the app. This statement comes amid growing national security concerns in the US over TikTok's data practices, which have sparked calls for the app to sever ties with its Chinese parent company, ByteDance. Musk, who acquired Twitter, now X, in 2022, also took the opportunity to criticize diversity, equity, and inclusion or DEI initiatives, calling them simply racism rebranded. Musk, a financial backer of former President Donald Trump's campaigns, has been involved in reforming government agencies, sparking controversy, particularly with his Department of Government Efficiency initiatives.